Imagine a dark, rented room in rural Ohio where whispers echo at midnight and something watches from the shadows. A figure calls your name, but its face is wrong. Blood drips from hollow eyes. This is a true horror story from Willow Creek, Ohio, that'll chill your bones. Stay tuned for a tale that'll haunt your nightmares. Hey, spooky friends. How's everyone doing out there? Hope you're ready for a terrifying tale. Huge thanks for watching our videos and leaving those chilling comments. You're the heartbeat of our haunted community. To keep these creepy stories coming, we need your support. Smash that like button. It's like a ghost's whisper to our channel. Let's dive into today's nightmare. My name's Ray, from a small town near Willow Creek, Ohio. Back in 1999, I finished 10th grade and dropped out. Dad wanted me to keep studying, but I wasn't interested. He'd yell at me daily for being idle, saying I was wasting my life. After a year of arguments, I decided to work. But at 17, no one would hire me until I turned 18. So I took up odd jobs on local farms, handing my earnings to Dad. He saw I was trying, so he eased up on the criticism. When I turned 18, my classmate Seth, who was still in school, got taken to Cleveland by his brother Dan. I was away that day, so I didn't know he'd left. Next day, Seth's mom told me he quit school to work with Dan in Cleveland. I thought, damn, I missed my chance to go with him. But I figured, next time Dan's back, I'll ask to join them. 2 months later, Dan came home. I ran to him and said, Dan, take me to Cleveland, find me a job. He said, all right, but I can't say when. I'll send you a letter when there's an opening. 10 days later, a letter arrived. Dan had switched companies but left an address for a job at a seafood plant where Seth worked. I wanted to tell Dad, but we'd had a falling out with Seth's family, so he'd never let me go. I lied, saying I was heading to Columbus instead. He agreed, and the next day, I left for Cleveland. I arrived past 1 a.m. No buses ran to the address, so I slept at the station. At dawn, I found Seth's place by 7 a.m. He'd just finished a night shift. He let me in, told me to shower, and we grabbed breakfast at a diner. Despite no sleep, Seth took me to the seafood plant, a 20-minute walk. The supervisor said, start tomorrow, don't be late, and don't slack. I agreed, and we returned to the room to sleep. That evening, Seth cooked dinner. He said, Ray, you start morning shifts tomorrow. Be at the plant by 6 a.m. sharp. He left for his night shift, and I set an alarm for 4 a.m. I reached the plant on time. Seth, finishing his shift, said, first week's tough, but you'll get used to it. Workers showed me the ropes, but by day 3, I struggled. The supervisor and others snapped at me harshly. I didn't tell Seth, but that night, I told him, I'm quitting the plant. He asked, why? What happened? It's not for me. I found a bakery job nearby. He said, your call. The bakery's close, so we can still share the room. The bakery job was easier, and the owner was kind. 2 months passed smoothly. But our landlord kept fighting over petty things, so we moved to a new room. No one knew our new address. Not the bakery, not the plant, not even Dan. 20 days in, Seth got a C shift. I got home at 9 p.m., unlocked the door, and went inside. Seth had cooked dinner before leaving. I ate, sat on the bed, and drifted into sleep. At midnight, a knock woke me. I opened the door. Seth stood there. Ray, your night shift's not done. Why are you here? I asked. My mind's not right. I left early, he said, voice shaky. I stepped inside, turned on the light, but Seth wasn't behind me. I ran outside calling his name, but he was gone. Was it a dream? I laughed it off, closed the door, and slept. Next morning, I went to the bakery. That night, I returned at 9 p.m., expecting Seth's cooking. The pots were empty. He hadn't cooked. I cooked on the kerosene stove, ate, and slept by 11 p.m. A knock woke me. I crept to the door, heart pounding. Outside was pitch black, dogs howling faintly. No one was there. Another dream? Then, a voice called my name from the trees across the street. Who's there? I shouted. It's me, came the reply, in Seth's voice. Did you knock? I asked, heart racing. Yes, it was me, the voice said from the trees. Why knock so late? What's wrong with you? I demanded. No answer. I stepped closer, but doubt crept in. Why was he hiding? Ray, why are you leaving? Seth's voice boomed, chillingly close. I froze. It was Seth's voice, but something felt wrong. Who are you? You sound like Seth, I shouted. It's me, Ray, the voice insisted. Too perfect, too cold. Seth, is that you? Why aren't you at work? I asked, stepping closer. Dogs chased me. I hid here, he said, voice trembling. That makes no sense. Come to the room, I urged, moving closer. Stay back. I'll come later, he snapped. You're acting crazy. Let's go, I shouted, stepping within 20 feet. The light's glow hit him. It was Seth, but not Seth. His face was gone, a bloody mess, flesh hanging like roll-on meat. His clothes were shredded, body torn, blood pooling. I grabbed his arm, but it felt wrong, cold, lifeless. Don't come near me, it growled, voice echoing unnaturally. My heart stopped. I stumbled back, terror choking me. I ran to the room, slammed the door, and collapsed on the bed. My heart pounded, sweat drenched me, the darkness felt alive. I crawled to the light switch, shaking. Breathed on my neck. I froze, too scared to turn. Ray, why are you scared? It's just me, Seth, it whispered. I collapsed, blacking out as the voice echoed. The alarm woke me at 7 a.m. I was alone, shaking. Was it real? I couldn't tell anymore. I went to the bakery, planning to find Seth later. That night, at 9:30 p.m., I returned, cooked, and ate alone. Past 1 a.m., cries woke me, not one voice, but many. I opened my eyes. I was back in Willow Creek, surrounded by mourners. I pushed through the crowd. There lay Seth, bandaged, lifeless. What happened? I whispered, staring at his wrapped face. His eyes opened, locking onto mine. I'm dead, Ray. That's why they're crying. I laughed nervously. Dead people don't talk, Seth. I tore off the bandages. His body was slashed, stitched, rotting. The crowd wailed louder, the stench unbearable. I ran, his voice chasing me. Why are you scared, Ray? It's me! He lunged, his rotting form collapsing onto me. I screamed, blacking out as his weight crushed me. I woke, drenched in sweat, alone in the dark room. I flicked on the light. No one was there. I'd fled outside, too scared to stay. It was 4 a.m. Two figures approached in the fog. One looked like my dad. Ray, why are you up? Dad asked with my cousin beside him. What are you doing here? I stammered. We're going home. Now, Dad said. I grabbed my things and boarded a bus with them, terrified something happened at home. 4 hours later, Dad spoke. Seth died 3 days ago. On his first night shift, a reversing seafood truck crushed him. His body was taken to a hospital, then sent to Willow Creek last night. No one knew you were with him until Dan told us, Dad said. They found me through a money order I'd sent home, tracking me to the bakery. When we reached Willow Creek, Seth's funeral was over. For 3 nights, his mangled form haunted me because I didn't know he was gone. If I'd known, I might have died of fear. This is Ray's true horror story, shared to haunt you all. What's your take? Drop it in the comments below. If you like this, smash that like button and share it. For more real horror stories, subscribe now. If you faced a terrifying experience like this, email us at sharethehorrorstory@gmail.com. If it's gripping, we'll turn it into a video within 5 days.